Imagine this: no fear, no slaps, no belly flops, no water shooting up your nose, no bending your knees, no hitting the bottom, no embarrassment, no flashbacks to that one bad experience, just a smooth jump and letting gravity do the rest. This is how diving should feel. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to get there. I'll show you the steps from beginners to pros. But before we begin, you have to listen to this. There is a danger or a disadvantage to learning this type of embodied skill from a technical tutorial. Angles, speed, head position, and breathing tips mean nothing to your body when you're about to jump in. There's a part of your brain that doesn't learn through listening to facts. This part learns through moving, feeling, imitation, and most importantly, imagination. Allow yourself a few minutes of distraction free visual imagination through the fourth chapter of our Ronulus series. This will get you in the right mood to learn how to dive with more ease. To make it simpler, let's look at diving from our 5-pillar method. Breathing. If you're a beginner, afraid of diving, or a competitive swimmer, nervous about a race, the starting place is the same. Breathing 5 seconds in through the nose and 6 seconds out for about at least a minute. This will calm you down. The next thing is breathing in before entering the water. This will help you float once you're in the water. To prevent water from entering your nose once you're upside down, you will need to exhale a little bit of air through it. One technique our lovely subscribers always recommend is humming. This also has a calming effect. Breathe in, hum before you jump in. If you're a complete beginner, do the penguin entry first. Practice that before even attempting the next steps. Balance. This is the most important pillar to learn how to dive. You're changing your vertical balance to a past horizontal balance. This is what feels scary to your body. Your body doesn't know if the water will slap you, hit you, or absorb the fall. Those three outcomes depend on the angle of your body when you enter the water. And if your balance panics before entering the water, your body will put a leg or an arm first to stop you from the fall. Or worse, it will go completely horizontal and you will belly flop. The solution is changing your balance from minimal height, letting your body get comfortable with a small fall as many times as you need. The only issue here is that without a coach, people are embarrassed to try this more than once. And even with a coach, people don't spend enough time here. This is your virtual permission to embarrass yourself in front of others as many times as you want while learning to dive. Everybody has passed through this. Unfortunately, looking like a fool remains the best way to learn something new. This is where you can start incorporating the arms. The arms break the surface of the water. Think of the surface as the skin of the water. This skin is twice as hard as the water below. Water molecules are polar. They have a positive end and a negative end. This makes them strongly attracted to each other through hydrogen bonding. Below the surface, a water molecule is surrounded on all sides by other water molecules, so all attractive forces are balanced. At the surface, however, the molecules are only surrounded on the sides and below, not above, because there's air. This creates an imbalance. Surface molecules are pulled more strongly inwards and sideways, leading them to pack more tightly together. Because water doesn't compress, the molecules at the surface don't have time to move out of the way if you hit it too fast or too broadly. This sudden pressure is what makes the surface feel hard, almost like a solid. If you dive in at a sharp angle, putting your fingertips first, you will only disrupt a few molecules at a time, like threading a needle. If you dive in flat, you try to break through too many molecules at once across a large area. This feels like a slap because the surface resists quickly and firmly. To stop falling through the water, besides having lungs full of air, you also need to change the angle of your body once it passes this skin. To do that, you need to use the muscles surrounding the spine, otherwise known as the core muscles. You go from tightening your abs to tightening your lower back. Practice the change of angles from lower heights until you do this change naturally. This will make you feel more confident. The last thing to incorporate is the fifth pillar in our method, the legs. This is what will give you height. First, just by standing up higher and higher, progressing to the level of just outside your comfort zone. The reason people get scared is that the height is increased too fast before the swimmer is ready. This can take from 15 minutes to 15 days. It depends on you. Incorporate each pillar progressively. The only thing that you need to pay attention with legs is to keep them tight after jumping, especially the knees. Otherwise, they will bend and create chaos. If you're comfortable with standing dives, you can move to horizontal jumps. To progress from here, it's simple. The stronger the lower back muscles and the legs are, the farther you'll be able to jump. Then it's just about adjusting angles and swinging the arms to a streamline quickly. The perfect angle for beginners is 45 degrees. For more advanced swimmers, it is closer to 30 degrees. As beginners start jumping farther and farther away, this angle decreases. 0 degrees means belly flop. Diving means entering headfirst into an upside down world. It is a crazy skill. It's okay to be insecure at first. Just don't settle for comfort. If you want a simple roadmap to learn how to dive, click here. See you there. Swim fast.